Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chaos Reviews, and I figured, why not? Let's keep trying to resurrect this dead-ass channel, right? So let's try and review this night's episode of Game of Thrones. I believe it was Season 8, Episode 4. Overall, we'll talk about it overall after. So, I don't want to spoil the review right off the bat, right? So, anyways, basically, we got to see them partying, celebrating, everything in a hall, everybody. We won, we beat the dead, all that kind of good stuff. We see a lot of characters coming together a little bit. Sansa, getting close with the Hound. That was kind of an interesting, cool scene, and he tries to tell her, none of this bad stuff, Bolton, all that kind of stuff, Joffrey, whatever. This stuff would have never have happened if he would have just come with me, little bird. And her response was, I would have stayed a little bird forever and not become who I am, which is pretty interesting. She's pretty hard and cold now. She's actually a pretty interesting character. Kind of drives me nuts sometimes, but I actually kind of like that. Then what else do we see? Gendry becomes the Lord of brain fart, Storm. Anyways, the the Baratheon Island, anyways. Getting a little bit of a brain fart there. Should have took notes, apparently. But, yeah, so she debastardized him and made him a lord, so that was pretty cool. She's trying to show that she's a good person and, going to be a good queen, so that was kind of cool. But then we see her character start to slip into the darkness a little bit, right? We start to see her noticing Jon being praised because, who else would ride a dragon into battle, and she's not getting any recognition for her help and her sacrifices and all that kind of crazy stuff. Don't really blame her, I guess, but you can see her eyes just turning kind of crazy, eh? It's really bugging her, and Jon kind of notices too. I guess before all this, they burned the bodies, so we don't just jump into this. One thing, from a technical standpoint, I gotta say, for the amount of people they lost, the amount of bodies they burned, wasn't really a lot. It didn't justify the amount of losses they had or whatever, if that makes sense. But from a filming standpoint, maybe it's hard to show that they lost 5,000 Unsullied. I can't remember how many thousand. Of the Dothraki they would have had, and then the Northmen, all that kind of stuff. But they lost a lot of people, and when it showed the view, most of the piles were neatly laying out, not I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong to nitpick at that, but it was just something I kind of potentially noticed that I was kind of questioning, I guess. Yeah, so we see Dany trying to convince Jon not to tell anybody. We see he basically says that I will keep the secret, blah blah blah. So she's trying to bend Jon to be loyal, and she's, I don't know, she's acted super entitled at this point and stuff like that. I could kind of see her point. She's worked everything for this, but it's kind of annoying, right? And then Jon does the unthinkable and ends up telling Sansa and Arya. Now, this is where I have a little bit of an issue with the episode. It's starting to feel a little bit rushed. It kind of makes sense. There's only 2 episodes left. I think the season really needed about 2 more episodes or something like that to really give us a little bit more information, a closure with a few different things. Maybe at the I'll just pick them off one by one or whatever. I was gonna say maybe I should say this till the end to kind of nitpick things or whatever, but I would have liked to see the reaction of Sansa and Arya being told by Bran, because I guess Bran would have been the one that told him, because he said go ahead or whatever, as long as you promise to keep the secret, because I said I would not tell you and Arya. So I don't know, just kind of fans away from that. Next biggest thing that really happens, we see Bronn show up and basically say Cersei sent me to kill you guys. What do you think about that kind of thing? But I'm betting on you guys because I've seen these dragons before and blah blah blah. Then we see the fleet moving in. We see King's Landing. The dragons are flying. She's on the dragon. and like, oh yeah, this is gonna be crazy. Then all of a sudden, Euron's fleet with the giant ballistas, I think they call them the Scorpions in the shows, but there's giant ballistas, right? They take down one of the dragons and just, he gets smoked. Another nitpick thing here, sorry. I'm curious if anybody else was thinking the same thing. How the hell did those two dragons and Daenerys not see that fleet? They have a bird's eye view of everything. So, kind of didn't make a lot of sense, but I don't know, big shock factor, I guess, killing the dragon, whatever. A lot of people weren't really sure if he survived last episode. I kind of thought he did. I just thought he got a little wounded. So they basically made him survive to die. Rip. Another person that survived that I was really curious about was Ghost. I want to jump back a little bit there. He did survive. He's missing an ear. He looks pretty roughed up. Poor guy. I like to see the old Wolfie alive, though. Yeah, then basically we see kind of a back and forth between Tyrion and Varys, talking about, like, you know, Jon's. So the beans were spilt by Sansa before they left, and now Tyrion and Varys know, and Varys was saying, you know, it used to be a secret. Now look, a few more people know. Soon enough, 100 people will know, and it will spread. I'm starting to have issues with our queen and her mental state, and like, he's starting to doubt her, and he thinks Jon is actually, well, he's got the rightful heir and to the throne, but he said you can't deny that everybody follows this guy. He united the wildlings to band together against the dead, the North, this and that. Like, people follow this guy. This is the guy that could be the best for the realm. And this is a key thing that Varys says, is the realm is the only thing that ever interests him, the safety and the protection of the realm. He doesn't care about anything else. And he said that before the Ned, before he said you weren't the right choice. Like, I'm siding with the realm or whatever. Well, whatever's best for the realm, I guess. So it's going to be interesting to see if, like, Varys was insinuating to Tyrion that maybe he poisoned her, or like, I don't know, there's something being insinuated there. I'm kind of curious what it was. But then the next scene we see is Tyrion trying to negotiate with Cersei, which I am super surprised he didn't get pelted with arrows there. Very on Cersei, like, I kind of thought, because I mean, like, if she had an opportunity to kill Tyrion, why would she not take it? But another thing that was revealed to her there is Bronn didn't do his job he was supposed to do, and I kind of just thought of that now, so it's pretty interesting. She doesn't listen. It looks like his words start to, like, emotionally strike her a little bit, and then she gets that crazy Grinch smirk on her face, and then decapitates Missandei right in front of Grey Worm. I had an issue with Grey Worm not dying last episode, because I thought his character, like, they built him up for this, like, big heart-wrenching thing. If he died, then, you know, Missandei, they were supposed to retire after the war. But it kind of makes sense now that he didn't die, I suppose. But in a nutshell, that's pretty much the episode. So yeah, my kind of, like, nitpick things were, like, how did the dragons not see it? I guess, like, the shock factor and stuff I can understand, but it just didn't really make a lot of sense. And it's kind of interesting they didn't have, like, a scout up ahead or something like that. Kind of weird. Daenerys, I used to like her a lot. I guess it's character development in some sense, but man, she's really annoying. She's acting like a spoiled brat, very, like, self-entitled, and she's got these crazy eyes, man, when she's like she wants the throne and she'll do it at any cost. So Jon, look the fuck out, brother. Yeah, I don't know, I really dislike her anyways right now. I'm very scared because they're really pushing the audience to look like Jon's gonna succeed and everybody should be rooting for him, and, like, yeah, he's winning and all this kind of stuff. Like, if it's gonna follow the same path Game of Thrones always has, he's gonna get shanked and die for sure, and it's gonna suck, because, like, I don't like to pick favorites, because every time I have House Stark, they got murdered. One thing I was curious, like, during that big celebration dinner, it reminded me of the Red Wedding. I was like, man, is something gonna happen? Is, like, someone gonna try and assassinate Daenerys just because they don't trust her, like Sansa or Arya, or, like, something's gonna happen here? Tons of funny scenes with Torrhen. He's kind of pissed that Jaime went off with Brienne. That was super funny. Man, he's such a funny character. He's, like, one of my favorites, 100%. But yeah, the annoying things, like I said, just technical things, I guess, more than anything, just like the body count, the dragons. Another thing that was a little annoying, actually, well, the third thing I think I mentioned earlier is just we didn't get to see the reaction of them being told, I guess, that Jon's Aegon Targaryen. That was kind of annoying. However, it's kind of funny. You know, Ned Stark protected that secret for, what, 2 decades, and Sansa's like, watch me. I've known it for like 2 minutes, and I'm going to go tell everybody. She's up to something for sure, I think. I think she's spreading the word. I think Brienne's got a scroll or something to go, like, pass the word along. It's going to be interesting, because everyone keeps being... remember the Clash of the Kings a while back? Everybody was basically told there was like 7 different kings or something like that. It was crazy. But the other annoying thing is we just didn't get to see any damn closure of or explanation about the freaking Night King. Like, and what the hell was Bran doing? Or Bran, sorry. Like, nothing was... I don't know. He was just watching the fight through the crows, I guess. Like, I really expected him to at least say something about what he was doing. Maybe we'll still yet to see, but I don't know. But and like I would have liked to see a lot more from the Ice King that other episode, but it is what it is. Overall, pretty damn good episode. Kind of got back to thing. One of the coolest scenes actually was that when the ships were getting torn apart by the ballistas. That was really cool. I think that was one of my favorite scenes. It was just really like devastating seeing them just rip through the freaking ships just like paper. That was crazy. But, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I thought it was pretty decent. Definitely added a few, like, weak points and frustrating points that we didn't get any closure about the Night King, or, like, what the hell was Bran doing, and missed out on, like, a good reaction of being told a huge secret that, like, the whole time leading up till now kind of stuff. But, I don't know. It was pretty good. Like, I don't know, around an 8 or something like that. If I had to, like, give it an 8, like, a out of a 10 rating. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think down below. It's just my opinion anyways, and you're entitled to yours. So let me know. Catch you next time.